Well, we've known Mike and Kate for nearly 30 years, and so when they started talking about this dream of theirs of going around the lake, we thought it sounded like a fun thing to get involved in. It's fun to help people realize their dreams. So the first meeting where they started meeting with some advisory people was held in our dining room, and we've been kind of following along ever since. That would have been about a year and a half ago.
Right.
Well, I guess as they went along, they would fire emails to us about all kinds of different topics. What do you think about this? Or would you be able to do that? And then eventually we learned that Amanda was going to need to have a break around this time. And so we said, well, would you like us to come over and drive the support vehicle for a week or so? And yeah, that would be good. And so here we are.
We're always we both always like big adventures. We like to follow people who are doing distance trips, and so besides liking them a lot, we really got interested in their trip. We thought it was a great way for them to retire from one career and start on another. So we also just fun to be a part of this and watch it for as we're taking over for the support for 10 days. It's just been a lot of fun. And we've enjoyed working with them.
What do you remember is coming out of these 10 days that you'll talk to people about that was really interesting for you?
Well, when we first got here, we said to them the way we see our job for these 10 days is to do whatever it takes to make it easy for you. And that involved a lot of things. Shuttling the vehicles was one, driving them to their trailheads and picking them up at the end of the day. Sometimes we were scouting a route and trying to see where they could find sand or where they would run into private property.
Or find cell phone service.
Cell phone service.
You need to call.
Where is there an internet service available?
We knew that, I mean, they're walking 15 miles a day and they're going to come in very tired at the end of the day. So we, it's one of our goals just to make everything as easy as we could for them. And Beth is a great cook, so she made a lot of meals for him, and just make it as easy for them as they can, because 15 miles over rugged terrain is a tough day, and they're not so young,
Oh yes, they are.
They're our age, and in fact that's one of the things that they're interested in showing people, that just as a retirement age you can still do magnificent trips and big adventures.
They eat pretty healthy. Sort of normal breakfasts, and on the trail they've been eating mostly trail mix and lots of dried fruit, and so their main meal of the day is in the evening. And when I first started talking about doing meals for them, I said, we normally cook pretty low fat at home, but we're not going to worry about this for you because their dietary advisor had said they need around 3,500 calories a day. So we just tried to make a variety of things that tasted good, lots of vegetables, lots of fruit, but plenty of calories too. But no desserts. We don't do desserts.
I maintain they could eat anything they want and they're just burning calories. 3,500 calories to me sounds like it's not enough.
Well, I guess when we got to Baraga State Park, we found out that they wanted Mike and Kate to do a program, so then we kind of became PR people and we helped set up the arrangements for the program. And then the local newspaper editor came out to interview them. Only problem was they were out on the lake somewhere. So we figured out where they were and took the editor to them, and those things are kind of fun. I said to Mike, I'm driving the press car today. Be flexible.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there was a single day that quite ended up the way we thought it would in the beginning. So
and we plan our whole day around them. What is it you need today? When do you want to start? When do you want to stop? What can we do? So it's not our 10 days, it's their 10 days. Those are the days we're with them, But so yeah, you just have to be, you're there to support a project.
And then it's having curiosity about the people you meet, and like I struck up a conversation with a lot of people in the park or in the town
Yeah,
and
you
started telling them about the journey, and people who didn't know about it got quite interested. And
We're in a little coffee shop one day, and Beth, the men's coffee table, Beth had them all going. She was telling them about the trip, and they got pretty interested.
Was there anybody else that comes to mind that was one of those unforgettable characters that you'll never forget?
well, I met a lady in the park and started talking to her, and she told me that her husband was going to celebrate his 90th birthday this week, and that she and her husband had been married for 64 years. And then she started to say, but we don't do much anymore. She said, we used to do a lot of fishing. And I said, oh, could you identify a fish if I brought you to Mike and he could show you on the computer? Oh, I think so, she said.
He had taken a picture of a fish in the shallows, but we didn't
And
know what it was.
he had put it out on Facebook as, I think I know what this is, but I'm not sure. And so we brought her in, and she said, oh, yes, that's a burbot.
Yeah.
And although she said up here we call them lawyer fish. And so,
Eel pout in Minnesota, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so that was kind of fun to just run into somebody like that could contribute in her own way to the whole thing.
I don't know. We've enjoyed Upper Michigan, and it's the huge expanses of forests and lakes, and we get into the nooks and crannies. We get into, one of the things we're doing here is we're on the edges of things, and we're looking at things that tourists don't normally get to. So it's been kind of fun. All the little back roads and little beaches, we're helping them. We're finding because we're helping them. So we're seeing parts of Upper Michigan that we probably would not have seen.
We've been
And the
down a
beautiful
lot of
parts.
long, narrow
A lot
roads.
of long, narrow, gravel, dirt, 2-track roads.
And what was your favorite place that you have been in so far?
Oh, so I don't know if I could say one, but it would be some of these miles of sand beaches that we don't have. We are on Lake Superior, where on Minnesota Lake Superior, it's just all
Rock Ledge, where
rock
we
ledge,
live.
which we love. But this is like the Bahamas in a way. Just miles sometimes of sand beaches. It's been real fun seeing them.
And also warm enough that you can walk in the water, which we do
Yeah.
very rarely at home.